Today I want to show you how to make these really sweet little scalloped edge gift boxes or treat boxes or favor boxes, whatever you want to call them or use them for. They are adorable. So let's make our treat boxes. You're going to come into Cricut Design Space and click on New Project. And then once you're on your new canvas, you're going to upload the SVG file. So click on Upload and then Upload Image. We'll click on Browse and find our file. So we'll start with the bottom box SVG and click Open. And it appears here, and you click Download in the right corner, and then you'll see it. Click on it so it's highlighted and Add to Canvas is the next button. And it will appear here. We're also going to upload the lid. So we clicked Upload again, Upload Image again, Browse, and we'll find the lid file. Click on the SVG. It will bring it here, and then we choose to upload. And then click on it so it's highlighted and Add to Canvas again. So these are the two pieces we need for our project. I'll just move the lid out of the way. So we'll start with our box bottom. It is selected, and over here I'm going to ungroup the project so that I can change these cut lines to score lines. So I'm clicking on them in the Layers panel. The score lines are all this sort of bright pink to make it easy for you to find them, and then come up to the Operations and change it to Score. We need to do that for each of these score lines. And then the final piece you'll see here is the cutting of the outside. So that one is gray, and that one we want to leave alone. And then once that is all done, I'm going to select this whole piece and I'm going to attach it by clicking on Attach here at the bottom of the Layers panel, and that will ensure that the score lines are in the right place. They're attached to the cut of the box outline. So that one's all set. Let's do the same for the lid. So I've selected it all. I'm going to ungroup it, and then I'm going to change all those score lines into cut lines. Make sure I'm on the right section over here. Box lid. So it's pink, so I'm going to change it to score. And then that's the, one more to change to score. And this one is the cut. So now I can see that that one's all set. Again, I'm going to select the whole group, and I'm going to use Attach at the bottom to attach them together so my score lines will be in the right place. If you're cutting out your boxes with different colors, sometimes it's helpful to change it right here so that you know what color you're working with. So I'm going to change this one to a pink lid and a gray or light brown or white bottom. And I also want to show you that if you're doing multiple cuts, you can select it all and push Duplicate, and then you can cut out 2 at a time or however many you need to. Okay, so let's cut one out. So once we're at this stage, we can hit Make It. I'm working with the Maker 3, so I'm going to tell it I want to be using the matte and the regular matte size. And then you can see that it's here on our cut preview. I'm going to be cutting mine out of heavy cardstock, so I will select that. And I'm going to use more for the pressure just to make sure it's a good cut. And next it's going to tell me that I want to use the double scoring wheel. And then after that cut, we use the regular fine point blade. Once you have your pieces all cut out, it's time to fold them into a box. So start by folding on the score lines. And then the box just gets glued on these little tabs. And I have found that the fastest, easiest glue to use is hot glue. And try and make your box as straight as you can, but you know, don't get overly worried about it. So there's 4 tabs to glue for the box. So there's our box. And then the lid you're going to score as well, and there's 4 little tabs to glue. And just try and make your corners as square as you can. The SVG file is designed so that the box lid is slightly larger than the base. So it should be easy to get your lid on. And I just love the scalloped edge on this box, and you can either put the pink with the pink, like this one, or you can alternate them, and it really makes the scallop edge show up really nicely when you contrast the colors together. If you just want to make a scallop box, then you're all done. But if you want to see how to make the embellishments for the top, I want to show you that now to use for Christmas. Now we're going to cut out the trees for the top of our boxes. These are just a fun detail, and you can choose to use them or not use them. We're going to upload our tree image. So just like the other ones, we're going to go to upload and then find the file. It's the tree SVG file. So we will open it and it will appear here. We're going to click on upload, and there it is. So once it's highlighted, click add to canvas, and it's brought in. Now you can cut it out this size, but if you want to add some variation, which is what I did, you can also create other sizes. So I'm going to hit duplicate, and I want to make a more tall, skinny version. So these are selected right now. I'm going to click on this little lock, which would hold the dimensions as I scaled, but I want to change the dimensions. So with the dimensions unlocked, I can make the tree sort of taller and skinnier. I could make it short and fat. I can do anything I want to do. So I want some tall, skinny trees, and I think I'd also like to do some shorter trees. So I'm back to the original here. I'll hit duplicate again. And with this set, I want to make these guys a bit shorter. So I'm going to again unlock the dimensions. And maybe I'll make them a little bit thinner. So I've got 3 sizes here that I'm going to make, and if you wanted more, you could use duplicate to add more of any of the sizes to your mat, and you can also change the colors. Once you have your tree pieces all cut out, it's really easy to put them together. One has a slit at the bottom and one has a slit at the top, and you just sort of thread them together. And there's your tree all ready to glue on top of your box. I'm going to use my favorite boxes on a tablescape, and I thought it'd be fun to make them into place cards. So I wanted to add the name to the boxes. So I'm going to click on shapes. If you don't have an Access subscription, you could build out the shape using the rectangle and 2 triangles. I am an Access member, so I'm going to click on this flag shape, and I want it to face the other way, so I'm going to flip it. Whoops. Flip it horizontally. And for my boxes, I want it to be about 3 inches. So I'm going to unlock the size here. I'm going to change this to 3. And then I want it to be a bit thinner. I only want it to be 1/2 inch wide. So there's my dimensions. I'm going to zoom in since it's a bit small, and I'm going to change the color to white because I think I'm going to cut these out of white paper. And then I want to add the name of each guest to this little flag. So let's start with mine because it's probably the longest. So it can help me choose the size. I'll bring it up here and I'll just use the scale button to make it smaller. Now I don't want this font. I want to do it in a writing font. I think it would be good as a script font. So I've put script in my search box, but I'm going to go over here and click on writing to make sure it's one that we can use our pen with. So I ended up choosing the Container Store labeling script. I think it looks good, and to fit it on I went with a font size of 15. So now that I have that, I want to center it, so I'm going to select both of these and go to align, and I want to center it on the tag. I need to make sure the style is set to writing, and then I need to select both of these and attach them so that the writing will appear on the cut piece of paper. And then once I'm happy with that, I'm going to select it again and duplicate it 6 times for my 6 boxes. And then once they're duplicated, I'll just go in and edit the text for each one. Now that I have all 6 ready, I'm going to click Make It. I'm going to do it on a mat. I'm going to do mine out of just thin white paper, and you can see it's telling me to add the Cricut pen to clamp A and leave the blade in clamp B. For my favorite tags, I've got my paper ready, I've got my blade in, and now I'm just going to add my pen. So I'm opening the clamp, push this in and hear that little click. I'll put the lid on the top so we don't lose it, and close the clamp, and then it's ready to load. So with our pen in the machine, it's writing out the names on the tags, and then I use some glue to attach them to the boxes. There's actually 2 sizes of the favor boxes, a tall one here and a shorter one. I did 3 of each, added the trees and the tags, and they just look fantastic on our table. Use these little boxes for any kind of favor like candies or baked goods or a small gift.